end zone. It'll be a touchback. So TCU's offense will go to work first. He leaves it with his back. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down with the big play. Will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for those responsibilities.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll go to the ground. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
There's so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going in this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kansas offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets to give. Fouls through the defense. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, off the throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Peppers. Working deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Jayhawks line up to punt it away. first time we've seen their punt team tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He turns this into a nice game and gets down to avoid the hit. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Safe completion on the screen. Across the 45. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Runs through a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's got space. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And you can tell they set the screen action. How about the ability to adjust? I see what the defense is giving me. Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the field goal unit is on the field. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Pepper. And the timing just a hair off.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll leave it with him. Oh, what a cut! Finds a crease at the 20. What a play there. He rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. You're going to run this running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go with a direct snap. He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Orji. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to... on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. Dropping back, it's Cooper. Throws to the line. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense makes it away, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're facing a 3rd down.
Let's get in that end zone.
From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. To the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
To the right, complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run. It's still a good game.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they love to convert this 3rd and short. He'll set up the throw. Trying to set up the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Close enough for a field goal try, but then there he goes. It's up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on 1st down.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Orchie. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Let's go! Let's go! Wants to throw. It's Peppers. There's the pressure. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Hand off to the lower back. That should be the final play of the first half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it away at the 37. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Whoa, high indeed. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came out empty. First half in the book. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Ball's in. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And the returner is stopped. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Motion from the wideout. And off from the shotgun. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Direct snap. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the Horned Frogs hit it quickly to the line. Snap it to the back. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. fake. Now to throw. Rushes on him. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw. It's Peppers. Bringing the Heat. Just gets rid of it before the Heat.
You can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've been dominating. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here we go. Out of the gun, the inside, yeah. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
Pass rush gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, TCU! Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returns are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Give to the back. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll ride the hot hand, and they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Durant. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in. It's Durant. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. The linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
From the gun to give. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
They want that clock to run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Get out of here with a W.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Got it looking for a first. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down. On the ready. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Not going to keep it after the snap. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Okay, ready?
The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Get set.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll bring it out. It's Keene. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas. They need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play.
Defense has it. They're on the move.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the fourth quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
Powers forward. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
It's complete on the right side. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Fielded in the end zone. It's Keene. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Looking to throw at Hewitt. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Durant. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Looking to throw again. Good throwing catch. Takes it down as the offense tries to cash in.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense, they're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
The Horned Frogs looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
It's complete to the right. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Hewitt. Under fire. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Going to try to put one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.